Stardate 9366-2.46. After getting into ESD, I'm asked to go to the Admiral's office to get new orders. This is an honor that I had never expected. I figured a captain or a commander would be giving my new orders. We quickly talked about what had happened and my personal future. He asked me about the first few missions I was on, as well as some of the other captains. Volok, Yim, and Walla from the colony had collaborated my story. All three of them had commented on how brave I was in the face of danger, as well as my crews and my willingness to put ourselves into danger to protect the others. At the time, it was a simple choice, really. The Admiral had given me full rank of lieutenant and given me full command over the ship now, as well as my new orders. Reports of a freighter who haven't come into contact with Space Dock for over 20 hours, it had become my job to make sure everything was okay. The shipyard had helped me prepare for the upcoming mission. One way as they did this was by giving me command of a new escort ship, known as the Blockade Runner. Given a new ship with better gear, it was time to move out and help the Azura.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. A thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
As we got close to the Azura, we received a long-range distress call. Communications and life support were going down, the warp core containment field had failed and started to leak radiation, and to make things worse, they couldn't eject the warp core. In other words, we had to move fast, or at least as fast as our warp 5.0 ship could go. Getting into the system, turns out we weren't the only ones to have heard the distress call. Orion Raiders decided to pursue such an easy target. We had to take care of them before we could really help the Azura in any way. We moved to intercept, only have a few more Orion Raiders warp in to counter our interception. An interception, if you will. We were very easily able to overpower the Orion Raiders, more so than I could have expected. We were able to destroy the corvettes in a single volley of our torpedoes, once their shield was done. We finished off the rest of the Orions quickly, and we would move to help the Azura. This all went rather smoothly. The captain could even lower the radiation to let us beam back with our transporters connected. However, the Orions had other plans. Two groups of Orions beamed down, but thanks to my tactical training and my studying, I didn't even have to fight one of the groups. It was a simple matter to take care of the second group, and we would be quickly on our way. When I finally got back aboard, our transporter chief had let us know that there were some more Orions inbound. We quickly got up to the bridge and we would be ready to deal with them as they warped in. In fact, we were ready before they even got into the system. Another quick dogfight would happen where they thought they had the upper hand, but our shields and our weapons would be more than enough to outmatch them. After losing a few more corvettes, they send in a big ship, unfazed by the threat by this point. After all, we had taken out Borg spheres by ourselves in an inferior ship after all. We would exchange phaser fire back and forth, and even a few torpedoes from time to time for good measure. But in the end, they would eventually go down like everything else that had come up against us. And when they finally went down, we would spile ourselves and line our ship up with the Azura so that way we could finish helping it. Unfortunately, the captain aboard couldn't get their ship to stabilize, and we ended up losing the ship as they were transporting. Thankfully, this was as they were transporting, meaning we were able to save the last of the ship's crew. As we returned to sector space, we would get them a transport to ESD and we would send off the report to command. Computer, and personal log.
Affirmative.
Thank you for enjoying and watching my videos. The support I've been getting has been a very humbling feeling. I have a link in the description to let you all help me decide when I should start doing my uploads. Whatever you pick, I will do my best to adhere to. Thank you, and until the next video, I'll see you on the battlefield.